Hey guys, it's Dulce. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a Gumpaste Cattleya Orchid. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment sections down below telling me what you want to see next. Make sure to also hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified of when I post new videos. And make sure to share this video with all of your friends so they can join our little cake decorating family. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing we're going to do is make a hook on 22 gauge wire using small flat pliers. Then we're taking a piece of floral tape, make sure to stretch it out to activate the glue, and wrap the wire starting at the end of the hook going all the way down. Take a small piece of gum paste, roll it into a ball, and then shape it into a small cone. Then dip the hooked end of your wire into egg white, which is going to act as glue, and insert the wire into the gum paste. Then we're taking a small knife tool and making these 3 indentations on the gum paste, and this is what's going to be your center. Then go ahead and set that aside. We're going to go ahead and roll out some gum paste to make the center petal. Cut it out and place it on a foam board. Then we're taking a ball tool to thin out the edges. After that, we're taking a Dresden tool and ruffling the edges. Using a brush, place some egg white around the center, then place the center on the bottom part of the petal and wrap it around and press down to secure the petal to the center. Then I'm placing it on this apple tray, which I'm using as a petal former, to dry completely overnight. For the next set of petals, I'm going to go ahead and roll out some gum paste on the grooved side of the board this time, because these are going to be wired. Then I'm taking these 2 petal cutters and cutting 1 petal of each cutter. I'm taking a piece of 26 gauge wire and dipping it into egg white and inserting it into the groove of the petal. Place your petal on a veiner and press down lightly to make the vein indentations on your petal. Transfer your petal to the foam board. Use a ball tool to thin out the edge, then switch to a Dresden tool to ruffle out the edges. Go ahead and do the same to the other petal, then place it on the apple tray or petal former to dry completely. For the next set of petals, go ahead and roll out your gum paste on the grooved side of the board again, and then cut out 3 of these petals. Then we're taking a piece of 26 gauge wire, dipping it into egg white and inserting it into the groove of the petal. Then to vein it, we're going to go ahead and place it on a foam board and use a veining wand to vein the petal and cup it upwards at the same time. Go ahead and do the same to the other 2 and lay them flat to dry. Once all of the petals are completely dry, we're going to go ahead and dust them. First, I'm taking the color watermelon and dusting the front and back edges of the long petals. To dust the wider petals, I'm going to go ahead and take the same watermelon color and dusting the edges, but I'm concentrating the color more so it looks darker on the edges and fading it lightly towards the inside. Just go ahead and do that to the front and the back of the petal. For the center petal, I'm taking the color Buttercup and brushing it towards the back edges. Then I'm brushing Watermelon in the center and fading it out lightly. For the very center, I'm mixing in a little bit of Autumn Blaze into the color watermelon to intensify it a little bit, and just concentrating that on the very center. And I'm taking a little bit of watermelon and autumn blaze and placing it on the very back and around the edges of the petal. Once you are done dusting all of the petals, we're going to go ahead and take our small pliers and bend our center petal forward a little bit and bend the two wider petals towards the side. Then start taping the flower together, starting with the wider petals, placing them side by side towards the top of the center petal. Then continue with the longer petals, then placing one in between the two wider petals, and then bending the other two and placing them towards the bottom underneath the two wider petals. Once you finish taping down all of the petals, go ahead and cut off the ends of the wires to even them out, and finish taping all the way down the wire of the flower. After you finish taping, you can go ahead and move your petals around to arrange them, moving them very carefully with your hands or using your pliers. And this is what your finished flower should look like. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to also check out some of my other videos, which should be somewhere on the screen. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!